Good morning. Welcome to Royalty Tarot. My name is Queen T. Here to do a general spread for each element. I'm going to start off with water. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Meaning that you can have it in more than one aspect in your chart. So if you resonate with it and you're not, how to say, your birth season isn't of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but you still resonate with it, it's because it's somewhere in your chart. The other elements are earth, water, fire, and air. There's 4 of them. But this one in particular is for water. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Let's see what y'all going through for the week. Keep in mind that this is a general, so it may or may not resonate with you. Again, you can watch the other videos that I post to see if those are better resonate with you for this week. It's a general, it's not your personal. If you would like a personal, you can either hit me up on this channel or, well, you can message me on this channel or email me for inquiries. All readings are the same. It'll be priced below if it's not. So far, you got the King of Swords. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. It is now Leo season in Western astrology. And my birthday coming. There we go. Got a lot of swords energy. Y'all doing a lot of thinking or communication, right? Let's see. It act like it's gonna come out. The fact that I'm shuffling so long, it lets me know that y'all been either thinking for a long time in your head about it, or in a situation for a long time and need to take action. There we go. One more card. Thank you. Okay. Bottom of the deck energy, I got the Eight of Swords. But as you can see, it usually represents like mental confliction. But as you can see, the ropes are loose. And the fact that from my perception and yours on this side of the card, there's like communication coming in or a message coming in. You getting things from a different point of view with this eagle. It's like, eagles are high up, so they can get detail for detail. They can see everything versus when they're on the ground, you only can see things that's around them. When you high up, you can get a different perspective. That's what I feel from this card. But since these ropes are loose, you're now being released from that mental constriction that you were in. Whatever that had you, I don't want to say victimized, but mentally tied to a situation or experience. Then this is a general, so it can apply to any part of your life. Health, wealth, relationships, well-being, anything. But whatever it is you were tied to it. And now that these ropes are loose, it's just like you're not literally stuck. Especially with the knife there. Now it could be cut. Not only is it loose, but the sword is there to cut the ropes. So I feel like you're releasing any restrictions that you were in as far as experiences and situations. So I got the King of Swords. Let's flip them. The Three of Swords. The Page of Cups. The Ten of Wands. The Knight of Wands. And a High Priestess, Major Arcana. So in the past energy, you guys have the King of Swords. And in the shadow energy, even though, as you can still see up close, I don't know if you can see because it might be a little clear, but his sword is like firmly in the ground. So you were set in your ways about something, like mentally, where your logic was more so on the forefront. This is somebody, especially in the shadow energy, and I see like a lightning bolt striking down. It's like dark cloud. Anything in the shadow energy is like, it could be mental manipulation, or like having this king who is a mature suit. That means he's purposely doing it because it's in the shadow energy. So you could have been like defensive on a scale of feeling like you were mentally manipulated. So you probably wanted to reciprocate it back, but it's not worth it. Or like I said, it might have been draining you literally. Okay? Because you were set and staying in a situation. It's like, I don't know if you was set in some type of tradition, or somebody was telling you what you were supposed to do, like some type of rules or regulations. But being as though that this is in the past energy, I feel like it gets lighter because it goes from dark to light as I go through the reading. Underneath that, you got the 10 of Wands. So it's like you were carrying a burden, or you felt like it was a burden on you, and you didn't know how long you had to stay in it. Like I said, because maybe you had this mentality that was taught to you to stay in something that, say like your mom say, well, don't quit that job, or don't this job is a good thing, or you got family and friends in your ears telling you what you should and should not do, or what's best for you logically. But like I said, you got that bird's eye view with that eight of swords. So it's like having a different perspective, because what you logically know doesn't have to be like factual. It just can be you firm in your beliefs. So it's unchanging, unsettling, because you were firm in those beliefs. But it's hard to unlearn something, to be honest. It's very hard, especially if you've been doing it for a long time, or all your life basically. It's hard to unlearn, or how they say, let go of the burden of something when you feel like you have to carry it. But this person, like, it's wearing them down. So whatever you were taught, you feel it ain't right because it's wearing you down. Okay? So in the present energy, you got the 3 of Swords, which for me can be anything on a scale of being disappointed because things didn't work out in your favor, or you tried something. Like I said, things didn't work out the way you planned them to. So it can be a scale of heartbreak, overthinking something. But you got a 3 and it's stuck here. And I see the rose is like crushed on this side. So it's like you lost yourself in holding up these beliefs or values or traditions that were taught to you, or that you felt or deemed as right. I feel like you lost yourself in that. You lost your power, or gave it away for that matter, because you can't, it's yours. So you have to be able to give it to somebody. They can't just take it from you. You can claim it back. The 3 is like manifestation, creation. And it's in the heart. Like I said, whatever you've been holding on to has been paining you, especially in the present sense. Especially if you're trying to make this change. You probably worried about what others are going to feel versus your own feelings, okay? Just do what best serves you. This is advice, by the way, guys. Advice. It's not forced. It is offered. Use your own discernment and remember your free will. Underneath that, though, you got the Knight of Wands, and knights are like action takers. Like these are the messengers that are brought by an energy. So it could be by a person, it can be in the mail, but I feel like it's more of a person, because it's like physically in action. And it's funny because it's in the now position, the present position. So you want to take action, but you're probably not sure of what action to take, because it's in a shadow energy. I mean, look at the tail mane on this horse. It's like real frizzy, like the lightning damn near struck him. And your wand is lit up. So it's like you want to take action, but you don't want to do it in a vengeful or spiteful way. You want to make sure you stand clear and do it in a loving way. Always remember love on the forefront, because whoever you're feeling this energy with, you don't want to spite yourself or spite somebody else. It just wouldn't be conducive. It really wouldn't. It wouldn't be productive. But like I said, you still taking that action, even though it's still in the shadow energy. You probably are uncertain of which way or which action to take. So give it some time. Nothing has to be drastic or immediate. Always give it time. Do I want to clarify this? Yeah, I do. I don't like really clarifying generals because it can resonate for more than one person. But I will clarify this Knight of Wands. Why are you uncertain of which way to go? Or give me more on it, please. More energy of the Knight. I got the Page of Wands. So it's like you waiting on like a message or like some type of clue to take action, right? But you need to be assertive in it. But I'm glad it's in the light energy and not the shadow. I'm glad it's a balanced energy. Excuse me, not light. But I'm glad it's in a balanced energy. Because it's like you're fresh, you're invigorated, you're ready for this new start, right? So you're waiting on like a message to take action. Or a sign for that matter, right? You got the Page of Cups, which is definitely your energy. It's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but it more so reminds me of Pisces because of the fish. It's like, who do I offer this to? What do I want now? What does my heart desire? What's the first thing I want to do that makes me feel good? Okay? And I'm glad it's in the energy of, a balanced energy, because the shadow energy is not knowing, or is slow to offer it, or putting it in the wrong, or offering it into the wrong, and giving it to the wrong energy, people, places, and things. So on this side, it's much, much better. You balance. You probably got a clue of what you want to do, but just uncertain. So you might be waiting on a message, a small token of generosity, of love, or whatever. It could be a simple apology. It could be another energy. Like I said, just a message of it. Try to stand clear of being like in this fantasy room. Like, stay grounded. Okay? Everything that's brought to us is to teach us a lesson. But he's out the water. He's coming on solid ground. So it's like you're getting grounded. That's why I said that. Stay grounded. Okay? Underneath that, you have the High Priestess, and the Roman numeral at the bottom is a 2. So it's like a partnership, a bond, or connection. Like a bond or connection, I want to say. Or it could be a partnership of any kind with your family, friends, job, whatever. It's just like this new connection, new feeling. But the High Priestess is very, very, very intuitive. Okay? So it's like having a secret but not saying much. She's very observant. This is not gender specific. I just want you to know. It could be male or female. But this energy is of being knowledgeable, because you are very observant. Like I said, you got that different bird's eye view. So you're knowledgeable, and therefore you're just waiting for the right moment. To me, you got all the facts and details. She's holding a book, as you can see. And maybe you were tied, like I said, to tradition, or something you were committed to for a long time. Or like I said, somebody was, not somebody, but you felt, because it was probably taught to you, that you should keep the traditions. Like a lot of people say, oh, family is everything, and no matter what, you stick with your family. But you might got this toxic member that's just not serving you any good, but you keep on holding on to this family is everything type thing, right? But that's just an example. It's not, like I said, applying is not limited to just this reading, but that's just an example of what you're probably going through. So this person is very, very intuitive. All right? And like I said, they go with their gut feeling. They really do. They go with their gut. They go with their instinct, what they feel, where your mind and heart is aligned. So it's like you're intuitive. You already know which way you should go, but you're probably still just waiting on that offer, or you offering that token, or you're waiting for it to come in. I've always been intrigued by these initials B and J, so I don't know if it concerns somebody who has the initials of B and J, but me seeing this black and white 4 lets me know that you have to be balanced. Your mind, which is the logics, and your heart, which is your feelings, have to be aligned for you to move forward and make a decision. Okay? Any initials of B and J could be the first, last, or middle name. I don't know, but it can be concerning them. What else? A lot of purple. Have that courage. Have that courage. Don't be in fear to make choices that better serve you. Let's see what advice we can give y'all. I'm always, there we go, volunteer. Trying to discern whether I want to do advice cards on generals for the elements, because I do it for the community therapy, but we shall see. You can comment below and let me know if there are other things that you would like to see on the channel. If you want me to do specific love readings, finance reasons, more about crystals and healing and what they actually do, what energy they carry and possess, what are their properties. But I think that's all they want to give me today for y'all is volunteer. Okay? It lets me know that you need to be around like-minded friends, especially with this blue, more communication. You can get an opalite. You can get a electric blue obsidian that lets you communicate with the people that's in front of you and the ones who transitioned, like your loved ones. Easier to communicate in a nocturnal state, like when you're asleep, taking a nap or whatever, because that's when your ego is at bay. Like, easier for messages to get to you. But this volunteer word, clear cut, is just basically telling you to volunteer in a way that works for you. I wouldn't go to a soup kitchen if I wasn't, that type of person to volunteer in that way. You might could just donate stuff. But let's see. Sometimes volunteer work is the best way to affect change in a related issue that you're passionate about. And also for exploring potential new career and meeting like-minded friends. This card is guiding you to volunteer in a way that's meaningful to you. Remember, when you give, you also receive, and that you cannot outgive the universe. Remember that. Additional meanings just means donating items, helping a person in need, volunteer on a committee, or pray to your highest power, the divine energy, whatever you believe in. I just call it divine energy because it could be Allah, Jehovah, it could be whatever you believe in. It's the omniforce. But pray for that power to show you where you're needed, like to assign you where you're needed, okay? And that's what I feel for water signs. Y'all stay blessed. Until next week.